Right, so in anticipation of Cheech and Chong's last movie coming soon, we just went back and revisited their first movie, Up in Smoke. Classic.
Which now I know a lot more drug references than I ever did. I do like that it was. How do I put this? It was more that they didn't have drugs and they were trying to get drugs than having the drugs and
Taking him and being on him.
yeah.
That
And Stacy Keach being the cop was acting like cops.
it
Yeah.
was great. His all of his cops that he had working for him were a bunch of incompetent
Cop.
goofballs.
They were cops.
But I loved the movie myself. I saw it in the theater way back in the day. I was maybe 14 years old, and I got to go because I think I mentioned it in our trailer review. But so no, I've been a Cheech and Chong fan for most of my life, and that movie, Up in Smoke, I think it's their best film. It was their first one.
And they did a lot of the skits that they did on stage in the movie.
Yeah, most of it was incorporating their stand-up routines into a cohesive, like, kind of a storyline and plot. Yeah, where they
I did like
they end up getting deported, going to Mexico.
But I did like Richard Gere's car with the Rolls Royce grill on it.
Oh yeah, the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the name of his car, the El Camino.
Oh, Cheech's custom license plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't offensive. It wasn't like Pineapple Express, which is kind of dorky.
No.
Yeah.
No.
This was entertaining.
It was Cheech and Chong just doing their thing, and in a film like that showcased their comedy.
Oh yeah.
And also told a really fun story about how they screw up in Mexico and come home in the wrong van, and they don't even know what they're driving, and it's just so ironic and funny.
But I mean, let's go back to Stacy Keach. He's just so atypical cop that it's just like, you know.
Oh yeah, he's on the case, man.
It's like pot is communism or something, and I'm like, well, yeah, but so.
Yeah.
And then I love the best part of the film was when they were frisking all those nuns.
Yes, because
I think they had a religious experience. So yeah,
he pitched the roach over into the nun's lap, and so yeah, they were stopped at the border.
Yeah, that was just great.
It was hilarious.
And then the other cop, I didn't catch it, and I didn't catch why the one cop stopped him and then wanted their hot dog. But that was on. It was on fire. The car was on fire.
Yeah, it
had caught itself on fire.
Caught a little hot spot and was smoking.
Yeah.
The
pot.
The marijuana resin that it was made from.
Yeah.
Right. And so yeah, the cop comes up behind him and gets a whiff of the smoke, and the next thing you know, he's asking them for their hot dog.
He's jonesing for some food.
Hilarious.
And Cheech, or when they were like the little buds and little bits and pieces of stuff, that is so how Rigby acts with.
Oh yeah, when Chong got the little itty bitty tiny, I mean, not even really a roach.
Yeah.
Out of the ashtray.
Yeah.
And sucked it down his throat. That was hilarious.
It's just like something because Rigby will scrape resin and all this other, and I'm just like,
but you know, wow.
So it was it was real. It wasn't like I'm gonna act like a.
It was like,
true to life,
real like drug culture stuff going on.
See, because I don't partake. It's not my bag.
And I mean, come on, it's 1978. It was the drug culture of 1978. It was a different world then.
Yeah.
It was, there was a time when druggies were actually cool people and drugs were actually good, and druggies were cool people. And I tell people all the time, I mean, I don't think I could pass a drug test today because I don't think I could identify half the shit people are on right now.
Right?
It's a different world, man.
And you sound, and I don't mean this in any way other than just listen, but you sound like an old person talking about how food used to taste better and, back in my day, it was, and the drugs were better. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah. And that I've heard that from when I would watch Party Down.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it was that gal from Glee and Ed Begley Jr.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, oh geez. I'm like, is this real? So I guess it is real, yeah. Because I don't, again, my drug of choice is caffeine and hate. So.
I mean, the terms they were using, there was stuff that people don't even say these things anymore. You know, we're going to go score a lid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
and then Eric started
to be like, "What's a lid?"
Hey, I asked what a lid was. Thank you, but then Eric starts going into 3 fingers, and I'm like, how do you quantify 3 fingers? What the fuck? Yeah,
well, it's when it's across the bottom of the bag. If it's 2 fingers high, if it's 3 fingers high, that's how they measured it.
Okay.
By the time I was like
hippie, or
partaking.
Yeah, there you
go. We used the postal scale.
Oh.
To weigh it into the
bags,
the different quantities or whatever, or to check that we didn't get ripped off.
There you go. Yeah, because I'm like, you weren't a dealer. I know you weren't a dealer.
You're pinched out of this, motherfucker. No, but
all right. So
anyway, no, but
I enjoyed the movie, even though I was not a partaker of the smoke.
No, it was just so. I mean, it's so silly.
Yeah,
and pointless and stupid. But just
it wasn't offensive or annoying or.
And Tom Skerritt, man, Strawberry.
Fucking Tom Skerritt was awesome.
The Vietnam vet with the shell shock. Oh my! And the big birthmark.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at his neck, man.
Anyway, so
great movie. It is. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, you don't have to be a proponent of drug use or whatever to enjoy it. It's just fun.
So. Tell us what you think. Have you seen the movie? Do you like the movie? Do you like the smoke? Like, share, subscribe.